Texans hosting the Chargers, and the Chargers are 5.5-point favorites. The over/under is at 45 points. The Chargers are laying 250 on the money line, and the Texans are plus 200 on the money line. Now, to start off the season, the Chargers are 2-1 against the spread. Obviously, no Herbert, that tends to make a difference. And the Texans are 2-0-1 against the spread. I can't necessarily say they're a surprise team, but every year there's usually a team that's bad, but does very well for people who bet them because they just cover the spread. And seemingly so far this year, that has been the Texans. Now, head to head, these teams are actually 3-3 against each other in their 6 meetings. The favorite is 3-3 in their 6 meetings. The underdog has covered their last 2 games. The road team is 4-2. The over/under is 3-3, and the over at 45 specifically is 4-1-1. One game actually hit 45. The last time that they played was last year, and the Texans won that game 41-29. So the Texans are on a 2-game winning streak as well against the Chargers. Who would have thunk it? Now, if we get into the individual stats for the teams, the over is 7-1 in the Chargers' last 8 games following a straight-up loss. The over is 7-1 in the Chargers' last 8 games on field turf. The Chargers are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games after accumulating less than 90 yards rushing in their previous game. Now, mind you, Justin Herbert is probable for this game with his rib injury, and if he plays, this team is completely different than if he does not play. Now, the Texans, the over is 4-0 in the Texans' last 4 games following a straight-up loss. The Texans are 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Texans are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games versus the AFC. The Texans are 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 home games versus a team with a losing record. Now, I understand that the Chargers' record is losing, but they are not necessarily a losing team. So you could do with that information what you will. Now, I'm going to take the Chargers to win this game, especially if Herbert starts. I think that they're not going to let him go out and run the whole playbook, and I think there'll be a lot more rushing. So I'm going to take the Texans with the points. I will go over in this game, though, just because I think that, the Chargers probably could put up 25, 30 points and it not be a thing. But we shall see. Plus, when these teams meet each other, the over is 4-1-1. So there's that going for you. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut and please bet responsibly.